Hello and welcome to Quilt Addicts Anonymous. I'm Stephanie Soebbing. If you are into sewing Hexies, the 1-inch ones, then I've got a gadget that you absolutely have to get. You can grab it on Amazon. I've got an affiliate link in the video description down below, but it is the perfect way to organize your Hexies while you're waiting to sew them together. I recently started taking my scraps and turning them into hexie flowers, like the one you can see right here. But I haven't actually sewn any of them together because I like to get the prep work done, and I was kind of in the middle of doing a bunch of stuff. And I knew that I could make the Hexies and get them basted a lot faster than I could sew them together. But I love a good clear container, and I love an organized way to keep everything together, especially when I spent a ton of time fussy cutting these to make them look great. And by the way, if you want a tutorial on how to fussy cut and how I use my scraps in this way, check out the video description that is in the eye above and in the link below, and you can check out how to do that. So here's what I do with my Hexies. So once I get them all fussy cut and laid out the way I want them to be, I take my Hexies and I work around, starting with the top, and go around in a clockwise order, as I've arranged these exactly as I want them to be, and I want them to stay that way. And then I put whatever my center is going to be on top. And you can really easily fit the stacks for 5 of these Hexies all into one of these little compartments. So I'm going to take and stack these next. And you can see this is a pretty good size stack. There are 35 Hexies that are pre-basted in here, but I can pop them perfectly into one of these compartments. Now, when it arrives to you, these pieces are gonna be where you can put them wherever you want. It's like a tackle box, but for us quilters. So what I did was I filled in all my slots, and then I kind of went through and had been working on this probably for like 6 months to go through my scraps. So these are mostly scraps from my latest book that I have turned into Hexies. You can see some of them I have room for some more, and some of them are pretty full already. And then I also took the scraps from some white and I filled in 35 each on these, and I'm going to do a tutorial next that shows you how I'm going to put these together so that it can be a really big scrap quilt, that it is kind of a memory of all the quilts that I've worked in. I also can store my papers in here. I have my cardstock templates here. You can fit 200 of them in each compartment. So I started the weekend out with 400, and now we're at half a stack left. I also like to store my extra glue compartments in here. You can give it its own container or keep it in with your cardstock templates, whatever works for you. And also this surface, when it clips together, makes a great space if you're just going to have it in your lap and baste a bunch of them together. I was doing that while I was watching a movie the other night and basting all of my white ones together. The only thing that does not fit in this, and it could if you didn't want to have all of the dividers in there, is my Soebbing glue pen and my template that I use. But I have a drawer dedicated to notions in my cutting space, so that's where I'm going to store these when I'm not using them. So here we have a year's worth of work for me, and it is all ready to actually be sewn together. But I just love how pretty this looks and how organized it is. And when I know I'm going to have a little time, I can just pull a stack out, put it in my go bag, and start sewing some Hexies together while I'm waiting around for my kids at various activities. But this is a great way to keep it all organized until I can get to it. The listing on Amazon that I'm going to send you, you can buy 1 at a time, 2, or I believe 3 at a time. They also come in a black, but I prefer the clear because then I can see everything when I shut my lid, and it just looks so pretty and fun. But let's just do a little math here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 4. So that's 24 slots, and you can get 5 each. That is almost 125 components for Hexies that you would be able to fit into one of these containers. So that's quite a bit. I know there are folks out there who probably have way more than that and would need more than one container, but I really love the look of this, and my goal is to start filling this up as I go through the the next year and start turning these into actual hexagons. But while I'm working on it, this is a great way to store everything. If you feel like you really want one of these too, I've got an Amazon affiliate link in the video description down below. It's a great way to get the supplies you need and also support me, because you don't get charged any extra, but I get a couple of bucks for it with those affiliate links. And you too can have an amazingly organized hexie stash. So go check that out, and until next time, happy quilting.